Hello world. I am reporting in from yet another day where I accomplished exactly nothing. You know, at some point I'm probably going to have to get some things done. It was a wonderful day. I knew that I wouldn't accomplish anything for a good part of the day because it's monthly luncheon time for the ladies in our neighborhood. And that usually takes a couple of hours out of the day. We went to a wonderful place today to have lunch, a place I've never been before. A place I probably wouldn't go back to again. A little bit too refined and expensive, but sometimes I don't mind expensive in light of what something brings me. Because I did have a former life where I went to the best 5-star restaurants and stayed in the best 5-star hotels, and so I know quality. But I also know when something has a pretension to be something it's not. The company wouldn't have been nicer, of course. No doubt about that. But the restaurant, well, beautiful, it didn't know really how to best serve its customers. Have any of you been servers in your life, or are you servers now? There's a couple of things that happen when you've ever worked for the public in that sense. I've been both a server in restaurants, and I've also been a hat check person in restaurants. So I've dealt with restaurant clientele regularly. As a second job in my life, it was never my primary job. It was always in support of my first job if I needed to make extra income. And I know good service. And my attitude is, if you are not a person who is in service to this particular career, you kind of don't have a right to be in it. Others don't need to deal with your lack of service attitude. That's kind of how I felt about what happened in this restaurant. If you're going to charge a lot and you're going to have a fancy appearing restaurant, there's no doubt that it was gorgeous. Your waitstaff has to live up to that expectation. Ours didn't. I don't mind paying good money for good service. And when I was in service in the restaurant field, I was really good at what I did. I made really good money because I was really good at what I did. I don't have a lot of patience with those who really should be doing something else to earn their living. How do you all feel about that? I think there's two extremes that happen when you've been a wait person and then you're on the other side of the table. You tend to be very generous with good servers. And you tend to not tip, or let's say tip in according to the service when it comes to bad service. That's what the experience was. Oh, it didn't dim anything of the fun of spending the day with the ladies from the neighborhood. It was a good day. 2 days in a row at the beach, can't complain about that. The restaurant opened literally onto the boardwalk, so we were able to be on the beach right after we had our lunch. It was a really good day. I really enjoyed the company of the other women at the lunch. And then afterwards, came back here, and my friend and I, we shared a ride, I drove, decided we always like to eat a little sweet at these ladies' luncheons to share. And there really wasn't anything on the menu that was worth what they were charging for it. So we were left without our sweet tooth being satisfied. So while we were out at lunch, our husbands always go out to lunch together the same day. It's kind of their thing to get out and go to lunch when we're at lunch. So when we came back, we sat on the deck of her house because it's almost 80 degrees here today. They said either today or tomorrow is going to break some heat records. Might not bode well for the summer to come, but it's certainly made for a wonderful day today. And we sat on her porch just enjoying this perfect, perfect day. And we decided as soon as the guys got home from their lunch, they were taking us to a local dairy for ice cream. Somebody told us once that these are all the mamas. Oh yes, I think they told us the truth. Wait till you see this. Hi mama. There's a baby. Sound asleep. Go, sweet little thing. So by the time we got back from that, it was getting close to sundown. Spent some more time, the four of us then, sitting on their porch. I just had a wonderful time. One of the things that I love about these retirement years is how free-form your days can be. You don't hold yourself to an expectation of where you have to be and what you have to do any given day. The things I had on my list that I wanted to do this afternoon or this evening, they go off to another time now. Because there's always another day to do things. Or you can fall into the habit of procrastinating and maybe not getting things done. But you're also very aware of the fact that any one of your days can go however they go. There's an awful lot of freedom at this time of life when it comes to that kind of thing. You could sit on a porch with friends for the entire afternoon, even though that's not where you planned to be or what you were planning to do. Today, I was particularly appreciative because the four of us were talking about this tonight, about the life that happens that you don't plan for, the moment-to-moment life that you don't plan for. That's kind of what today was about. And I do think I have one question from a viewer. And that is, Annie, I'm not judging, but you always videotape in the exact same spot. And your vlogs might be more interesting if you moved around and you filmed yourself in other places. I can appreciate that. I can truly appreciate that. One of the things I love about Jackie Dubois' vlogs is you never know where she's going to be or what she's going to be doing while she's talking to you. But I have a couple challenges. The first thing is, this is the only place in my entire house that's well lit. Every other room in the house is relatively dark. Camera does not like it. I'm not someone who's able to hold a camera up, do a selfie to talk to you. My arm won't handle that. Oh, I could put the camera on a tripod and carry it around with me, and I know that works very well for Jackie. But there really aren't any places in the house I can put down the camera to then film myself because of the relative darkness in the house. The only place that is well lit is out here, where I do my videos for you. Oh, I could go over to the couches over there. The problem over there is it's nothing but windows all around me. So while that reflection there is a nuisance, imagine nothing but windows and reflections all around me. That's the answer to that. Because I thought it was a good question. You always see me sitting in the same place. The scenery doesn't change. My one little moment changes, but nothing else changes. That's why I have a light above me, I have a light in front of me, and you actually can see me on camera, not calendar. Still doing the word thing. Remember yesterday with pedigree and pedicure? That's the kind of thing it's been with words. A couple times today I've said a word, and one of the women at the lunch will look at me like, what is it? And every time I realized very quickly what word I meant to say. I only hope that I entertain others half as much as I entertain myself when it comes to things like that. Did you notice that the video yesterday, if you're a fan of my vlogs and watch them regularly, or even a part of them, actually was in high def and focused the entire time? I'm making progress, my friends. Yep, good advice from online sources and a friend about how to set the focus on it. And it seems to have worked out well. Now, today as I sat down to record for you, I wanted to try recording without the face recognition on to see if it would focus on my face or not. So you may be getting a fuzzy video today if that's the case. Time will tell. Do I have a tiny moment today? This may be the first time I end a video without one. No, I took a couple of pictures when I was at the beach, which was full of people. Full of people. Just there, what, a day or two ago? Relatively empty. But this warm weather brought people to the boards, as we say here, onto the boardwalk, and there were even people on the beach. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it. It was nice to see the hubbub and the return of people. Of course, I also noticed driving in and out of town that it also brought the hubbub of tourists who don't know the area well, driving like they didn't know what they were doing. That's what summertime's like here, all summer. So very excited for the peepers, for signs of spring. Today I saw wasps and a mosquito landed on my arm. Well, sometimes the signs of spring aren't equally welcome, but it is what it is, and it all is signs of the shifting of the season. I'm feeling very shifting of the season myself, too, in a very good way. It was a good day.